Hey guys, how we doing? This may not be a full stream, because I've been feeling well the last couple of days, so yeah, this may not be a full-blown stream. We'll see how far we get and what we do and stuff. We'll try and do as much as we can, to be fair. But we're on the farm, we're going to chill out, we're going to do some jobs. I'm going to tell you about some things that have changed on the farm, and yeah, we'll try and put a couple hours in, hopefully. So we're feeling all right at the moment. This morning we were kind of felt like I'd been swallowing razor blades this morning. But I'm feeling all right now. A couple of beach powders and some food, and yeah, we're kind of okay again. So let's get on a gaming screen and let's tell you about the things that have changed on the farm. Hi, how we doing? Hopefully we're okay. What them on? Okay, so things that have changed. So let's get you on the map. So we've bought these two fields. We've also filled them in and harvested them. We were quite lucky that they required harvesting straight away. We've also grass cut this field yesterday, I think it was, while I was offline. Not feeling very well. We also did grass cut this one, and this one's been entirely replanted. Not sure what I'm going to do on 154 yet. It's across the lane. That's the trouble from 155. Maybe what we could do if we go over and have a look for a second. If we go over and have a look, maybe what we could do, because this is a wheat field. So let's turn around and turn around that way. Let's turn around that way. What we could do, see, this is what I'm thinking. What we could do, we may have to put the torch on. So what we could do, where are we? Oh, where that's 153. Okay, this is the laneway. So what we could do is we could, from here onwards, say, plough the field up to this laneway. So let's see if we can jump on the hedge a minute. There we go. So what we could do is we could chop all this hedge down all the way down there at some point, put that hedge all the way down there, plough across the road. So plough from, say, the corner of this hedge to the corner of that hedge, and get rid of all that, and then plough from, say the corner of this road, so where this road goes into this field, plough from this corner all the way into the field down there, just to make an extra bit of the field. How we feeling? A little better. It's kind of up and down at the moment. Kev really is up and down. This morning I felt like shit, absolute shit. Now after a couple of Beecham's, not too bad. Just hoping that it's the back end of it. Bye-bye, dickhead. I'm at idiot on YouTube again. So probably the same idiot that's been making, that's got to be his intent to count in a month. But anyways, so also what we've done is we've put a load of stuff over here, and that's been there a little while, to be fair. And I actually took a load of stuff out of there yesterday morning. So we got a load of stuff here. We got a load of stuff here, and like I say, we took a load of pallets out of here the other day. And yeah, I had to remove a bit of the hedge so I could get round the side here and smooth it off a little bit. I'm hoping that we come up once a month and kind of we can get the pallets out of there. But yeah, we did that. We've also bought the field beside it and leveled it out, so that as soon as we get a load of money, there's some stuff going in there as well, just for some passive income. So we've leveled this out. This costs a fair bit, actually. To be honest, the profit that we had from those pallets over there, we actually used to do this. Hopefully we can get about 4 more in there. We also had a harvest of this field, and it's also been replanted and stuff. So that's all amazing. We also managed to get another tractor. Just something that was in the. It's not a Votra. It's actually a JCB. It was in the sales. It was 100 and something thousand. But yeah, it will do for a minute until we can get a Votra. Troy, how we doing? So yeah, I think that's you all up to date. We're all up to date on the farm. Oh, cows. I said I was going to inform you how much I had to put in the cows at the end of the month. So it was 14 hay bales and 6 straw bales. So quite a lot. And they've also grown up as well. So we got all adults in there now. So yeah, it was 4. And we've also got rid of some of the older ones, because some of the older ones were like 36 months or 30 months or whatever they were. And so we've also got some new cows, but new cows, I say cows, new buffalo. But they're all the same age now, so or roughly the same age. So yeah, that's. But yeah, 14 bales of hay and 6 bales of straw. Even though I didn't use bales of straw, and the reason being for that is because over here in what we call 3 tips or the farm productions, when you do your manure, which I've also found something out about, crazy Aiden, which I've also found something out about, which Roy noticed, is that when I was having trouble the other day with this piling up and I couldn't put it in there, it was just putting it back over here. Basically, to put it in properly, what I have to do is turn off the manure production for the digestite, and it'll go in. All good. I'm snow mobile and this one nice. So yeah, I brought 20 bales of hay over, and as you can see, there's 5 left. So there's actually another one been gone since the other day. And like I said, I didn't actually use straw bales. I just used the equivalent that was in there. And when you do manure production and your other productions from there to make your fertilizer, one of the outputs is clean straw. So yeah, I was using that. I think that's you guys up to date. I mean, nothing's really changed. The chickens are the same. We still got that. I think that's it. I think we're all caught up. As always, guys, if Kev or Quiet's able to come in, they're very welcome to. They've both got the map. We've also done a run with the eggs. There's only one pallet there at the moment, so no need to do anything with that. We've stuck a few lights in as well. If you can see the top of the roofs, if we can jump up here. There we go. The roof over there, it's white. The roof on top of that one's white. We may be expecting snow in the next couple of months. But anyway, let's get on with some contracts. So I think that's all we got to do at the moment because we've done all of our stuff at the minute. When, to be honest, this area that we've got now is everything that I want. I don't want to take any more. So we're going to put a few bits and pieces in there, maybe some more greenhouses, and these fields will all become either sorghum or soya beans for profit, and the grass fields and the hay and the wheat fields they'll be for feeding and bedding chickens and everything. But yeah, I think that's it. Right then, get on with some work. They're actually not too far from each other, so let's do them. 1, 2, 1, cultivating. Let's turn the time up because we're starting to do some work. So just got to find the cultivator, and away we go. Cultivator's just there. So yeah, we got a JCB. Like I say, this thing was in the sales. I had to repair it as well. Like 40 grand to repair it. So for a 300 grand tractor, it actually cost me like 140 grand. So yeah, not too bad. Just keep your eye out on the sales. You never know what you might find. I think that's what we've shown as far as just trying to get what you want. I say get what you want, but obviously you got to get lucky in the start of this, 0 to hero challenge, where you got to be lucky for it to come in the sales at the same time as you're needing them. Of course you do. But it's like I said before, I have a feeling this game listens to you. I really do. The amount of times I've mentioned I could do with this, I could do with that, I could do with this, I could do with that, and all of a sudden it turns up. It's unbelievable. Go around to 197. Crazy, if you don't mind, mate. I think did I make you a moderator over there on YouTube? I think I did, didn't I? That's why you got a spanner next to your name. If anybody turns up like that guy a minute ago, it's about his 6th account, and I've banned every single one of them. If he turns up, just don't wait for me to say anything. Just, report him for harassment or something and delete straight away. Don't take any shit from him. Time him out. No, it's just straight fucking ban him, mate. It's about 8th account. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I did it as well. Like I say, that's about his 8th account, so it's the same guy. Thank you for the autonomous fart. Much appreciated. No problem. Next time. Yeah. One time he come in, he said he was part of Eurolines, but the guys at Eurolines haven't got a clue. because he won't come in with his proper name. If he'd come in with his proper name, the guys at Eurolines would, if he does work for them, their VTC, they would literally get rid of the guy. Simply for saying he works for them. To be honest, I didn't have a topic that I would refuse to talk to my parents about. Like I said the other day in stream, you know, when I grew up as a kid, every subject was open. You know, sex, alcohol, any subject was open. So there was never really a subject we were embarrassed to talk about because we talked about everything. You know, we joked about everything. So I don't think there is a subject that I'd be embarrassed to talk to my parents about if they were both alive, which they're not. Don't apologize, guys. They've been gone a long time. They really have been gone a long time. I think I'm like 6 or 8 years without mum, and longer than that without dad. So, yeah. Used to get to meet, which is why when, you know, anybody else has parents that have passed, I always go, look, it's bad now, but eventually it will get better, and it does take time. So after like a couple of years, it turns out, you know, it's mainly like Christmas and birthdays that you feel their loss, feel like you're without them still, and that creeps up every single fucking year, every so often. Even now, you know, just every so often you go, wish they were here, you know. And that's not just because they were, you know, obviously your parents, and 99% of the time, no matter what age you are, they'll always get you a present, you know. No, it wasn't just about that. But yeah, if anybody's ever lost a parent, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know, and if you've been without them for a little while, you know, you again, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't lost any parents yet, and I say yet because one day you will, you know, enjoy their company while you can. I mean, really. Guess what? PNX sent me out. Sent me. Guess what? PNX sent me out. Sent me out. Went back. Oh, PNX sent you out another wheel. Wow. Okay. After you told him, kiss my ass, I'm getting a wheel from somebody else. Oh, okay. I almost lost my mum in 2014 and almost lost dad in 2023. Luckily, they survived. Like I say, you know, both of my blood parents are passed. Mother-in-law from the wife's side, she's passed. I've only got the father-in-law now. And, you know, so he's dad. Yeah, the PNX 10 Ultra Direct Drive, it's not worth it. For the money, it probably is, because obviously, I think you had the 10, and it was, when I looked, it was only like 200 quid. So for 200 and whatever pound it was, I think it was like 260. Even if it was half that in power, you know, the extra output power was only 5, it's still worth the money. Because you take it, a 5 nanometer from Moses, like 400 quid. So as long as it's got the feel of like at least a 5 nanometer one, the direct drive wheel, it's still worth the money. Not even for the money. It's not even, didn't even work. It didn't even work when you tested it. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, I said this the other day. When I buy stuff that are that expensive, I go to brands I can trust. And I stick to them. Because, you know, I don't want to spend now whatever the money is on whatever the item is. And either the thing doesn't work, or there's bad customer service, or they've not got the infrastructure system behind them to replace it, or whatever it may be. You know, I want there to be a backup plan in case, say, it does go wrong or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like I said the other day when you said you was getting a PXM wheel. I was like, you know, are you sure they've got the backing behind them to be able to do anything in case it goes wrong? And you were like, yeah, my mate's got one, it's fine. You know, hate to say I told you so, but you know. I mean, to be fair, if it had come and it had worked and it was brilliant, I'd have bet my words and gone, fantastic, mate. So I would have gone the other way. My mum had a trucking accident out of state, and Dad had a heart attack while at home. Oh shit, mate. Crazy, do you think? I do. One day you will get bored, dude. I tell you what, dude. Let us know your real name. And if you do work for Eurolines, and I'll give your real name to them, and we'll see how far you go, mate. Okay? Come in with your actual account name. That'd be a good one. Stop being a chicken. Especially if you do truck with Eurolines. That would be a great one if you came with your actual account. He'll be back. Like I say, comes in about 3 or 4 times a stream. Just thinks it's getting to me. It don't get to me at all. It's just an inconvenience and irritation. Right. I don't know how to get into this field. Maybe it's from the main road. Oh, maybe it's from the farm. Maybe it's from the farm. There's a farm behind me. Maybe it's through there. Let's see if we can back into this field back here. About the farm. Good thing is Moser base. Moser is based in my hometown. Nice. I wonder if you can still use my link. No, you got it from Amazon, didn't you? Hey, Widowmaker, how you doing? Right, I'm hoping this is the way up. Oh, look out. Back again. Look, dude, come in with your proper name. Come in with your proper name. Be a man. I'm good. How's you? Huh? Oh, just some idiot over on YouTube thinking he's funny. Regular comedian. No, 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 not you, not you, Widowmaker, not you. Just some muppet over on YouTube thinking he's funny. Comes in and just calls me names for some weird reason. Haven't seen a map from my immediate area yet, or from my hometown. To be honest, unless there is a map maker that lives close by, there probably won't be. Or unless, they see your area as a good prospect for a map. Yeah, you probably won't. Because I'd like to see a map made down near me. Because obviously Devon's known as a prime location for farming in the UK. So I'd like to see a map from down near me, but there won't be one because there's not a lot of map makers out there that know about Devon. And if they did do sort of like quite a nice area of this part of the world, they'd probably have to include part of the moors because some of the, I don't know, bigger farms in Devon are up on the moors because there's more area. My hometown was a farm area back in the 70s, but now it's a city. Okay. Oh, here we go again. Really? Okay. Yeah, whatever. It's the same guy. They will get his IP address at some point, I hope. I am really hoping at some point they get this guy's IP address and ban the IP address. That way he can't even use his normal account. I've only had it on YouTube. I don't get it over on Twitch. And I think it's because after a couple of bans from an IP address, Twitch just go, nah, you're not having an account, mate. Whoever said that, that's not true one bit. Cheers, mate. That's them two contracts done. Whoever said what? That Twitch grabs out of your IP address and permanent bans people. Oh, they do. Give them enough for a chance. They do. And I was hoping YouTube do this very similar thing, because it really would stop the guy making different accounts and just coming in and just thinking he's funny again. He must be bored. That's what it is. He's bored. He must be bored. Oh. Can't have nothing to do. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. Widowmaker, thank you for lights off. Much appreciated. And then thank you for the blue. Look at a miss. Oh. Thank you, Kev. I do have a can of lemonade to hydrate with. Oh. Hell, my throat's been sore from the flu. The bubbles on that lemonade just tingled me throat a little bit, and it was like, oh, hello. Really need to get back to ETS and more miles. As I'm only 70k, as you've only done 70k miles. That's more than I've done this month. Yeah, it's more than I've done this month. Back with a proper VTC now. Why, you've not joined us, are you? You know what I say, a proper VTC. Oh, you're a Beaver. Oh, yeah, like I say, Beaver is very equal to us, and we're friends with them, and we convoy them with them quite a lot. So, you know, we're normally one of the first people they ask when they're doing any kind of convoys, because they know that we'll bring a few trucks and fill what we can. Right, and so what we got soybean there. That's sunflower. No. Got oat there. That's 2 I can go out and do. 3 I can go out and do. There's 2 oats. Might go out and do these 2 oat ones. So there's an oat one to the grain mill. Where was the other one? Where was the other one? Oh, there. There's that one and that one. No, that one. So set that one. And that one. I'll find it again now. There it is. So to the grain mill, that one's to the grain mill. Hopefully they're both to the grain mill. Grain mill. Yeah, they're both to the grain mill, so that's fine. That means I can take the harvester up to 72 first. And then I can move on to the other one and do the other one at the same time. Yeah, if I know something isn't true, then I would report it or take the election. Yeah. Is there a tractor already on that? No. We'll just connect this up and then we'll just leave it, and then we'll take the harvester up. Mimi, how we doing? Right, I'll just check to see. Yeah, got that. Cool. I was thinking about a bigger harvester the other week. I've had a check, and yeah, I don't think we're going to get a bigger harvester. May get a slightly bigger header. That's about it. Yeah, might get a slightly bigger header, but when I say slightly bigger, I don't know what the header is on this one, but whatever it is, maybe a meter or two longer, and that'll be about it. If anything. Captain for the shout out for Mimi. She does occasionally stream, guys, so please go over and give her a follow. Oh, what are you doing there? Bit of fireman. Bit of fireman. Guys, Kev's doing some shout outs. Please go over and at least follow every single person. Get some more people in your repertoire of people you wouldn't mind watching. And yeah, it's free to do so. And it shows your support towards lots of different people. Okay, so how do I get to that one? So keep following up, take a right, and turn in near 73, maybe? Also, guys, we've got field destruction on, so we'll utilize close by fields to, say, dump the trailer off, pick up the header, turn around, and stuff like that. Because obviously the my fields things get destructed on, and I did the same with any fields that we're going into to do the contract for. Like I say, guys, this may not be a full stream today. We'll just play it by ear, see how it goes, see how I feel. Feel all right at the moment, so yeah. I mean, my next Beecham's is at, what time do I take it? 11 o'clock, so it'd be about 3 o'clock. So yeah, should be enough time. Right. So it's this field in front of us. So what we'll do, we'll go into this field here on the right. Let's get the GPS on. Oh, So at least if we can get this headland done, guys, at least if any of the guys come on, we can get the tractor up here with the trailer and be able to cart it. Quite nice. You missed me out on the racing names twice. I got Tab on the same time. He was just on about the enduros that other guys are doing and myself and that doing. And he just mentioned a load of names that he's going to be racing with and what over the next few months, and that we've got multiple teams available and stuff like that. And he missed my name out twice. Good. Be able, when we come down here from this other headland, be able just to bump straight on there without an angle. But like I say, guys, there's a couple of people with this map already. It's the Ebony Island map by Cavalier Roy. It's not in Mod Hub yet. Hopefully, Roy says, because he's not getting much back from the streamers that are testing, he thinks hopefully this should be in for when he goes llama, which is Wednesday next week. So he's going to put it forward to Giants before Wednesday, and hopefully 4 to 8 weeks down the line, either we'll hear about it in Mod Hub, or a couple of weeks down the line, we'll hear from Roy to go, this failed or that failed, and he's put it right and it's back in. It's just a process with when you put mods into Giants. They test it. If they find anything wrong, because they want most of their mods now to be cross-compatible, so you can play on them on PC, consoles, and stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. And Roy knows it is what it is too. He was telling me about, there was this other farming game coming out, and somebody put his name forward for making maps for him, and it's like, it's already failed. That sort of shit's already failed a number of times for different games, trying to knock off the main game. And why would he do that? Why would he go and design maps for another game when there's still so much he wants to accomplish with the Giants format? I mean, the only upside was the fact that he might, going with this other company, he might actually get paid for doing the maps. But he's not terribly fussed about that either. So we've actually got enough. I think we got enough fields now for 4 people. So myself plus 3. We've got 2 houses, so we could have two workers in the start. Then we put a house in for a 3rd worker, and we put another house in for a 4th worker. So we can, as long as we've got the fields for it, we can have 4 workers. So 2 workers for up to 6 fields, 6 to 12 fields, 3 people, and above 12 fields, 4 people. So I think we got more than 12 fields now. for that amount of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We owe that, but that's not a field. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we owe 19. So yeah, we can have 4 people, which is probably max for this farm, this map. The reason why we own this, guys, is because at some point I may want to use that. But what I may do is when we get the money for it, I may buy a forage harvester, put a mower on it. That goes the grass goes straight into from the forage wagon or forage harvester straight into the thing. So basically, you mow it, it gets picked up, gets put straight in the trailer. The trailer then gets carted away into that thing, and yeah, we compact it down and cover it over, boom, silage in a couple of months, making the whole grass process slightly more efficient than cutting it, baling it. Although cutting it and then just going through with the baler and then going back and picking the bales up, it's not so much of a hassle, to be fair. And then just going back over the top every so often and liming and that, liming and fertilizing, and then like maybe once every couple of years. Yeah, so maybe every couple of years, going and plowing it, collecting the stones out of it. So we're half full. I'm hoping maybe we can get this other field in as well. And like I say, the only reason why I'm in this field here is so when I come in and sort of take the header off and put the header back on again. Can I get through there? I can, but that only heads up into that field up there, so no. Where are we going now? Over there. So I think we should go down 70, 55 up. And then I think we can get through there. Or if not, we can get around that way. That might be the easy way. 70 to 50. So go right. One of the good things with this map, on a couple of Roy's other maps, like Mapo, I said couple, just Mapo really. A lot of the laneways aren't really apparent, whereas they are on this map. Big Jim, morning. How we doing? Well, morning, afternoon, sorry. Doing a bit of farming, doing a bit of chilling. This guy. Yeah, Ray, the other day when you said that you'd bought me something in Minute Stream, I thought you'd actually bought me something. So I was checking everything to see whether you had actually bought me something. I was like, oh, I've not received any, you know. Good here, how you doing? I'm hopefully on the mend, but I can't guarantee that. I felt all right the other day, and then like the day afterwards felt like shit again. So I've got this flu that's going around the UK at the moment, and it's the same one that knocked Average out for like 7 days, and he didn't stream for 7 days. I've been getting a non-streaming day like every so often. But yeah. I felt all right today, so I thought, sod it, let's try a stream. And hopefully, Minute's not around tomorrow or Monday, so hopefully we'll be able to get streams in on those days. But at the moment, I can't guarantee anything at the moment. Literally can't guarantee anything. We're gonna make use of this field opposite being empty. I think. Good afternoon, sir. How are we doing? I'm not even going to say your name because I think it's a little offensive. I'll shorten it a lot just by calling you Dad. There we go. How about that? Even it's your name, but yeah, you never know who's listening who may get offended by that. So yeah, I'll just call you Dad. Oh, Daddy. No, not that Dad. Well, I don't know. He mean like a bit of oh, Daddy. It's not if offensive as if as it says. You can call me OG if it's just a bit before Dad could be construed as offensive, mate. You know. That's kind of all I'm going to say about it. But yeah, OG, I can call you OG, that's not a problem. What the? I need bleach? It's not been offensive in hundreds of streams I've been in. What offends different people in different streams is because they're different people. And maybe the streams you've been in, really, I can't really comment, but I can surmise. Maybe that's the sort of thing they do. But yeah, there's some people in some streams maybe a bit more sensitive. It's kind of why we don't do sports or politics when we're talking about like some random stuff. We never ever talk sports or politics. Why? Because it causes too much issues. And on the other hand, other people's streams are other people's streams. If they want that thing in their stream, then then that's up to them. Sorry, not sorry. Why are you sorry, not sorry, Mimi? Is that for the old daddy comment? Oh, Jesus. I could have said, "Oh yes, Daddy." Yeah, maybe. Mimi's in a good mood. Did you have your nap, Mimi? Is that why you're in a good mood? Nope. Sure, my kids have had it. Knocking in for 6. Yeah, yeah. Like I say, Tav had it the other week, and it stopped him streaming for like 6 days. I'm trying not to talk as much as I normally do, trying to hydrate a bit better, faster. I don't mind talking about sports. The only thing I won't talk about is a certain driver in NASCAR. Yeah, I don't talk about sports in general because guarantee you talk about something in the sport and somebody will have another unique answer about the same sport, and then somebody else will chime in about the same sport, and somebody else and then all of a sudden you got an argument. So no, we don't do sports. Well, I say we don't do sports. You know, Formula One, darts maybe, but football no. Or do you American soccer? Um, Fucking football. We invented it. We couldn't get to call it its name. It's a great sport to follow when you're hammered. Pass out for 3 hours, you come back and look at the track. What are they doing? They're making another left turn. And if you don't know where that joke comes from, you need to go watch Jeff Dunham. I will say, in their defense, there is road courses. They don't just make left turns. Yeah, I know. I know. I mean, in iRacing the last season, because iRacing season's going 14 weeks blocks, and on one of them was taking a NASCAR around the Nordschleifer. So I know they definitely do go on other tracks, and I know you guys do put them on some proper circuits instead of just ovals. So I know it's a thing. But when you think about NASCAR, for somebody like me, not from the US, what do I think about NASCAR? And when it comes to what design the tracks are, ovals. You naturally think ovals. It's only the case that I've seen them on other tracks why I know they do go on other tracks. But when you naturally think of NASCAR, you think oval racing. But yeah, we don't talk sport over here. We don't talk politics either, because that makes people thing as well. And I know some people do have a knife for talking about politics. I have no fucking idea. I literally have no idea about politics. Did I wish I did have some idea about politics? No. For me, it's a load of old men talking about what they would like to see rather than what their constituents would like to see. And yeah, quite a lot of the time they get what they want. And talk about cricket. I haven't watched a game of cricket in fucking ages. I mean, literally, I haven't watched a match of cricket in ages since my older brother passed. He used to be mental about cricket. Not just any of cricket. England one-dayers in test matches. Test matches can be a bit boring because obviously it's over 5 days. They take their time, and yeah, it can be a really boring game. Where am I pouring this out to? Oh, down near me. Okay. Easiest way back out to the road is probably to turn left at the top of the field that I'm in now, and then straight up. I've been to 2 NASCAR races in person. Over tracks are common, and there's road courses I wouldn't mind seeing. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just like some people think Formula One's boring, but there's 2 courses I wouldn't mind going to if I had the opportunity to go and watch 2 live races. Obviously, one's my home race, Silverstone. Love to go see it in there, and the other one is in Belgium, the Spa circuit. Spa's supposed to be the most picturesque one out of the 2, because there's lots of different places you can go that are open to like most tickets, because it's such a big long track through like the curves and then up through that straight. You could almost go up there and picnic. Monza for you. Monza's a good track. Monza's a good track. I mean, lots of different configurations of that track as well. I mean, you got one where it's basically set up for speed, where there's no chicanes in it at all. But basically, they go up the main straight. They have that long right-hander that goes all the way up to the double right-hander, down the next straight, and from there they can just do a sweeping left down to the hairpin up the start-finish straight. They can just do that circuit if they want, or they can do the Formula One circuit where they go up the start-finish straight, chicane to the right, round the bend, chicane to the left, down double right, down the next straight, another chicane to the left, where it's like a triple chicane in it because it's left, right, left, then down to the long curve and up the other side. There's 2 F1 circuits I wouldn't mind seeing, one in Texas and one in Belgium. What's the Texas one? Is that the circuit? Is that the Circuit de Americas? The one with the on a lot of the corners has got stars and stripes on it. Cota, that's Le Mans. Le Mans is a good track. The only part I can't get out of Le Mans, Circuit of the Americas, yeah. Oh, the same one. So what's Le Mans' nickname? Because that's something like Cota or some shit like that, isn't it, as well? Monza temper speed. Jers, how's it going, mate? How you doing? Guys, thank you for popping by today. Like I say, this might only last a couple hours, might last a full stream. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. I've been close to that track. I went to Texas. Okay. Doing okay. How you feeling? Okay at the moment. Okay at the moment. I don't think I'm going to be doing the race tomorrow, guys. I really don't. I've had a couple of practices. I literally can do about 6 laps and I'm knackered. And I definitely won't be doing the 24 hour the following week. To be honest, my thing of doing a 24 hour is having like 6 drivers and literally doing double stints, and then you have a good break. Thank you for your donuts, mate. Yeah, that would be my thing. Have 6 drivers, you do a double stint, and then you can have 8 hours away from the thing, which means later on, if you do the bit before, say if my first drive is the bit before the overnight, I can literally do my double stint, do my spotting, and then I'm out for 7 hours, and I can literally go to bed and have a good night's sleep. Doing it with 4 drivers or 5 drivers, you know, and I'm not saying this is the wrong way to do it, but having like most of you stay awake, there's no need. I don't think there's any need. I'm not saying it's wrong, but there's really no need to kill yourself to play a racing game. That's my way. Boom. That's 2 deliveries and a bit extra. Contract finished, 1,000 over the top. I mean, it's not great, 1,000 over the top, but considering there's a lot of very small fields, yeah, I mean, standard fields, if you know this one's quite big, this one's quite big. These graph fields around the outsides are quite big, but there's a lot of really, really small fields, and with normal economy on, they're not worth a lot. That one's 1,100, and this one's 1,151. So, yeah, they're not worth a terrible amount. Oh, hello. I'm gonna have to do that one, or at least put my AI up there. I think I should put the AI up there. In fact, we'll take you up there in a minute. $4,000 for a cultivating contract. I got a stamp on that one. Got a stamp on that one. So if you missed it, guys, yeah, when I fed my cows and bedded them down, I literally used 6 bales of straw and 14 bales of hay. And that was for a whole month. So now I know what it takes to... Okay. Okay, guess I'm doing it myself then. Dick. If I'd done a 24-hour race, I would do it all myself without other drivers' help. My longest race was 600 miles at 400 laps in game. It was brutal, but I survived. Yeah, a bit different when you got to go around corners, dude. Well, I see corners. More corners than just the 2 on the top bank, 2 on the left bank. You know, so say, I don't know, when we would do, I mean, I did it 4 times last season. So I did the 4 hours of the Nuremberg Ring. Sorry, not Nuremberg Ring, Nordschleifer. And I did it 4 times. There's no way I could have done the 4 hours on my own. Not even 1 iota. You know, I couldn't have done 4 hours on my own. I was lucky to get for an hour, which was the stint. In fact, when I was supposed to do the 2 hours straight, when me and class were just doing it because Chaos had family time to do, literally I was lucky to get through that. So yeah, or I mean, it all depends what track it is. I mean, some tracks you feel you can do 2 hours straight. Some you can do a little bit more, some a little bit less. And obviously it all depends on your stamina as well. So, if you've got pretty decent stamina, you can do more. If you've got shit stamina, you do less. It's the thing. But nobody can, you can't just set out and go, I'm going to do this because, yeah, it's it's a race and the equipment and the first feedback and stuff. You know, you could kill your arms in the first hour with some force feedbacks. It's just what it is. But on some tracks, you could do, like I do, say, you could do 3 hours, 4 hours, and it'd be absolutely fine if there's enough respite things. What I found is, like high tension on your arms is when you've got sweeping corners that while you're going through them, you've got the force feedback working your arms all the time. Yeah, that's the ones I find more difficult when you've got force feedback in when you've got the lock on for the corner, you're actually fighting the steering wheel to try and go round because obviously you're going at speed. Whereas if you've got like slow corners, I find, if you've got a lot of slow corners, it's easier. Oh, guys and girls, it's the average Viking with a party. 76 over there playing Euro Truck Simulator 2. Driving with the guys. How was it, Tav? Well, I know it was. But I'll ask anyway. How was it for you? It seemed like it was a good stream, and I'm now listening to myself. So let's turn that off. Let's turn that off because I can now hear myself. There we go. Hey, fella, it was good to be out with it again. Yeah, it's always good. And guys, if you've been over it with me, you probably won't know that Tav won't be streaming until 1:30 tomorrow. Him and Linda Racing will be streaming the 6 hours of Daytona. I believe they're doing it in an LMP2 car, I don't have, but they'll be doing it in an LMP2 car. Up until I woke up this morning, I was probably going to do it in a GT3 car, but yeah. Last night and this morning, yeah, it's not me for six again. Yeah, woke up this morning, it felt like my throat was full of razor blades. I had a few beachums, felt all right, thought let's make some content. So yeah, here I am. So yeah, we're just chilling on the farm, some nice easy farming. I have attempted to do a few laps on Daytona because I now have the map. I last about 8 or 10 laps and then I'm knackered. So yeah, I can't even do a stint at the moment. So for you guys coming in that saw me do a bit of this the other day, this track was coming from the sales store. I found it in the sales store. I'm not sure what power it is. I just bought it because it was like 100 and something thousand, and I had that from the pallet sales. Tav raid? Yep. Monsieur Tav has raided in. He's awesome, guys. You saw his link goes through the chat. He's the leader of ETC. He's the leader of the community farms. He's the leader of the Discord, or co-leader of the Discord. Yeah, so he's an amazing buddy. And yeah, if you're not over there following in, what have you been doing? Oh, wow. Don't give it. People say I can't sing. Oh, hello. Have you got some competition? Yeah. Chaos sent me a message earlier about some settings to change on the pit house. I'm not sure I want to change them. I mean, I might, but I'm not sure I want to at the minute. I'm quite happy with the way the feeling and my stuff is going. Thanks, Shay. No worries. Not to worry. Good morning. Good afternoon. You saying good morning, I trust US then. You're right. 8 o'clock. What are you, 6 hours-ish behind? Oh, East Coast. No, 8 hours behind. East Coast, the West Coast. Wow, I can't add and subtract. Close Central. Well, I said East and West, so yeah, I kind of had to get it right in the end. One place I've never actually been is the US. And the simple reason is not because we couldn't afford it. We probably could have afforded it a few years back. I can't stand being on a plane that long. 3 hours is probably my limit. And then I get bored and then start stressing out that the plane's going to crash. I don't know what it is about planes, but yeah. And I know you go on a bigger plane and it's more comfortable and you get a TV screen, this and that and the other. But yeah, I literally cannot do a flight over 3 hours. Now, I've never actually done one, but you know, I have done flights that are about 3 hours long and fucking hated them. I get bored after like 2. Basically, you've done all the looking around that you're going to do. You've read the pamphlet in the back of the seat twice, and then you're bored. Basically, I've done I've done Spanair, EasyJet, and another company. And to be honest, the best flight I had was with the EasyJet. I know some of you are going to go, what bollocks? Best flight I had was with EasyJet. EasyJet out of Stansted to Ibiza. Best flight we ever had. Or best flight I've ever had. I mean, all that, you know, this the airport program that we had in the UK about EasyJet and Ryanair and all that long. I think it was actually called Airport. And you see all these people come in moaning about their flights and shit like that. And the underlying reason is them. Because they don't leave in time to do the sufficient journey to get to the airport. They arrive late. Favorite help. Yeah, they arrive late and they expect the plane to be there for them. No. There's a reason why there's a 2-hour check-in. And the reason for the 2-hour check-in is you can get through check-in, you can have a quick look at duty-free, go toilet, do whatever you've got to do, get to the gate and get on the plane like half hour before you're supposed to be departing, so they can shut the doors, get out of the runway and go. No, like I say, I've only had one I say one bad flight. I've had one bad flight, but that wasn't nothing to do with the airline or anything like that. It was just weather. Coming out of Ibiza with Spanair. They use these really short wingspan planes with the engines right at the fucking back. And coming out of Ibiza in bad weather. Wow. Basically, what happened was we took off and we must have got estimating 200-300 feet off the ground, and the plane dropped about 100 foot. I mean, it may not have dropped 100 foot, but it felt like it dropped 100 foot. Yeah, I shipwreck. It was stressful. And it wasn't until we got above the clouds, so like halfway across fucking mainland Spain, that the weather disappeared. So we were literally, yeah, seatbelted in until we got above the weather. Probably as traffic control sat in their office, it's like, yeah, just do this and do that. Yeah, don't give a shit about the passengers that's on the plane crapping themselves to pieces, mate, don't you? 3,500 that was worth. Probably the best fucking contract I've done for cultivating. Another one there. Since we're out, let's do that one as well. Where are we? We're here. So come out the field, turn right, left by 70, left by 168. Also, we're probably going to get snow in game soon, and this is the new Cavalier Roy's snow aesthetics. So it's really thick, it's really slippery, it's great fun actually. Literally, when we had it, end of the first year, yeah, I was going through these laneways, and I think it was down here actually. I was just going down the downhill bit, and I was coming up to one of the entrances that I actually needed, stomped on the brakes and just went sliding by. Oh, is it that way I was supposed to go? Yeah, it was. Yeah, just went sliding by. Those effects guys are going to come in pretty soon on an update to Riverview, Mapo, and Drummond. So if you're running any of those three maps, guys, look out for future updates, and they will include the snowy weather in December, January time. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. The downside is you've got to find somehow a way to maybe clear fields if you have to, if you've got to do anything to them. I've got a snowblower, just in case. Again? Yeah, well now. How's that tree even being held up by your truck? Surely your truck's a bit too heavy for that bush. No. You'll be right, mate. Just give it a bit of a wiggle, you'll be fine. Just give the wheel a wiggle, you'll be fine. You got it. Guys, please don't forget to go over to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. It's just like hitting the follow button here on Twitch, and it will mean a lot if you guys could go over there and do so. We're looking for 500 subs over there and 3,000 hours watched. and then we get monetization over there, and then we can do bigger giveaways and stuff. So yeah, so yeah, quicker it gets done, the quicker you know the thing will come back to you, so to speak. Oh, that's why the line was darker now, because it went all the way around there and up there. Ah. Once we're able to, guys, we will get rid of this JCB and get another Votra. It's only because I bought this from the sales. I desperately need another tractor while we got it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered. We are looking to as well replace the front loader that we got with a telehandler at some point, and that's just for. Hey, thank you very much for going over there. Much appreciated, my dude. Like I say, guys, if you can go over to the YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button over there, it's the same as hit the follow button on Twitch. You're welcome. Thank you, mate. Absolutely free being grass. Thank you, dude. If we can get rid of this bloody flu, get back into the natural rhythm of the of doing my streams. We missed out on some streams that I really wanted to do. So we missed out on the Friday stream with Kev, which was going to be Roadcraft. So we missed out on that one. And like I say, I'm not going to plan. Oh, hello. Let's stick the ooze of my slip up there, I think. I was a bit sick on Saturday morning. Yeah, mate, this flu's got me really fucking bent over backwards, really has. Especially the sore throat bit of it. I mean, last night was a terrible night. Literally trying to get to sleep or trying to get a regular sleep and waking up every few seconds with a very dry and in the end very sore throat. And those of you that are going to say to yourself, well, why don't you take regular sips of water? I was doing. Like I said, a couple of sachets of Beecham's powders, which is like a flu and cold kind of drink, but it gets straight to the problem. But all right, to do this stream today, and like I say, we'll just see how it goes. But thank you for coming across with Tab and sticking with me. I'm not as young as I thought I was. I think we're all there, mate. I keep thinking I'm 21, but you know, that's completely biased. 21 for the 24th time. I'm not even that young. 21 for the 26th time. That's more like it. Right. I have a few too many adult beverages. Yeah, I saw that, mate. Saw that in, what's it, Minute Stream this morning. That you'd partaken in a few too many. Don't forget, guys, you can mess with stream links as well. There is a pin post in both of your chats, YouTube and Twitch, and that'll get you 30% off. If one person happen to buys any cards, there'll be giveaways up until Monday stream, up to and including Monday stream, because it resets for Tuesday. And one day we will try and get partner in Streamloots. I mean, some people go, what does partner entail you to do in Streamloots? I mean, compared to normal. I mean, the basics of it, from what I understand, I mean, I've read a little bit. The basics of it is I can make more separated packs. So instead of the 3 standard ones that you get now, you get to do 5, I think. And there's a bigger slice of the pie as well. 109. Slightly bigger slice of the pie from what you sell as well. The rule still remains of the you have to sell at least 1 pack per week to get unlimited packs to give away. That's still the same. So there's no real thing to rush to get there. I will one day, but there's no real rush to get there. But if you've come across and you don't know who I am, my name's Mad Matt, or 1x Mad Matt X1. I primarily do simulation streams. So from farming to trucking, from trucking to racing, to snow runner, to roadcraft, firefighter simulator, and many others. I've recently got back into Dune, so I might bring you some of that at some point if there's maybe somebody else to come in and do some stuff with me. There was a couple of people on about redoing Dune, because we used to be in a server that Eyes Only used to run, but the interest for the game just died. I never really, well, I said I didn't really get that far into it. I actually did get quite far into the game, but not as far as a few people. I mean, there was a few people that were way ahead of where I was. So we might bring you some of that at some point. I'm doing it in a public server now, so if the servers are down at any point, they'll only be down for a couple hours, and then because it's a public server, it'll be straight back again. My house at the moment, I think, has 20 days worth of stuff. If you do want to come in and play Doom with me, guys, just find where I am. You can come in and help out. At the moment, all I'm really doing is looking for stuff. Right, that's that dude done. Right, let's put this away. I had to. Okay, I read that. Favors saying thank you for the shout out, and Mimi saying you're welcome. Oh, I think I'm up to date. I also do a bit of iRacing as well, guys. My thing is I like to take newbies in to do enduro races, so 2 hours and 3 hours of an enduro race. Even if it's the production car enduro race, I can do that one. That's no problem. That's 2 hours. I can literally do an hour of that one on my own. But yeah, if you guys want the experience to do that, even if you've only got the base maps and stuff, you know, maybe you can go do that. If you want some experience at doing a kind of enduro race, not a problem. Not quite yet though. Let me get back to fitness and build up my strength within the racing. Right, this one's fairly clean, so we'll just hey mate, hope you're feeling okay. First off PC, very early, chilling on stream deck, feeling rough. Yeah mate, I'd feel rough as well, dude. I say I feel rough. This is probably as good as I felt in like 36 hours. Just hoping I can get at least 2 hours content out there. Which we're approaching on now. Oh, well, that's filling up. Oh, that's ploughing. He's doing it on his own. Well, there's two contract. Another couple of cultivating jobs. There's that. Sunflower. Sunflower. Is that the same place? Oatmeal. No, not doing it. I'll take it from that guy in a second. Right, okay. So what I'll do then is I'll jump in another tractor, I'll take it up to the cultivating field, and then I'll take over the ploughing. Let's just put this away. Cheers, Kev. You cock. You know I love doing fucking them jobs. Well, quite. I know you've done a lot on this farm already, but if you're up to do a little bit of work, you're always welcome, dude. If I had the ENG mat, I would have been on to help. Yeah, no worries, dude. Not to worry. There's a tractor in there. There's one over here. Got where I park my tractors. Oh yeah, got that one now. Quiet. The planter does soya beans and some other stuff. Oh, I think the other one's down here. Let's leave that one in there. The other one's down here. Also bought a JCB that was in the sales, 107,000. Got that with the sales from the pallets from the first greenhouse lot. Oh, and another thing, which was what Roy said, if you find that the manure bunker looks like it's a little bit full, like kind of now, fill it up, fill the trailer up, and when you, just before you pour it in, turn the digesti off, pour it in, then turn it back on again, and it will take it. When you're next on, I'll be on for definite. Yeah, no worries, dude. Not to worry. You concentrate on you if you're not feeling very good, dude. You concentrate on you. Right, let's just take this up to that field, and then we'll take over the ploughing. So that last cultivating job, $4,000, that was the best cultivating job I've seen so far. In fact, that's one of the best jobs I've seen so far. I mean, I've been on and off for this farm, even if I've been ill. I just can't stop playing it. I really cannot stop playing it. I've done a load of work on it. I mean, this field is now 1 instead of 3. And it all ploughed in together as well. I might do a massive ploughing job on 154 soon. I explained that at the start of the stream. And I'll explain it again in a minute. Once I've done this ploughing job, I'll explain it again in a minute. Where are we going? Oh, we should have gone in from 281. Bollocks. Oh, we could have gone through the farm and up. I think we might do that, actually. Let's turn around here. Let's go for the farm and up. Up through 185. Turn around here. One of the biggest things that you can learn on a Cavalier map is where the shortcuts are. As soon as you know where the shortcuts are, that's half your battle over and done with. This one not so bad, but maps like Mapo, where the shortcuts are not as apparent, can cause you a bit of stress. But like I say, once you learn where they are, you're golden. Yeah, same. That's the ploughing contract. If could get on, if I could get on the stream deck, I'll be on. What's the matter with your stream deck, buddy? Because if you've got like the Icon City button pack, it's just a case of finding the buttons for it. You don't have a map, okay. Oh, Steam Deck. The Steam Deck's a little like handheld gaming device, isn't it? That's a Steam Deck. Yeah. What Linda's got. Yeah. Damn, that should have been that side. That's all right. We'll just leave the same side for this one, and I know for next time. You enjoyed ploughing, mate? To be honest, since I've been doing normal ploughing with the challenge maps, yeah, I to be honest, I don't mind ploughing. I think the fear of it was in the beginning, kind of was that, you know, I'd never done the proper ploughing before, but now I've done it with the proper implement. It's not so bad. You know, it's not so bad once you get used to kind of having the thing the right way round. Like I just didn't, but hey, once you learn how to do things the right way round, it's not that bad. And you remember to check to see if you've got making fields off. That's kind of a bonus. Right. Let's set this up for the next side. Oh, that's all right, button. There we go. And depending which way you go round the headlands, the tail of it is always on your outside. That's another thing that I've learned since I've been doing this. So, you know, doing the challenge maps has really helped me out in actually learning how to do stuff proper. KB Curious, how you doing, buddy? Guys, KB Curious is in the house. He is or was an absolute legend when it comes to drift tunes on Forza Horizon. I mean, when I used to drift quite a lot on Drift Mountain and stuff on Forza Horizon 4, it was his tunes I was using. Hope you enjoy the rest of the stream, mate. Going to get a little nap. See you after I feel that. You know where it's, dude? Yep. That voice sounds familiar. Is that Milwaukee? That voice sounds so familiar. Was that Milwaukee you were playing with? Oh, Pure Magic. Yeah, I've heard of her too. Maybe they come from a very similar area. I actually went over and said hi to Milwaukee the other day when she was streaming. I think, what's her name? X Milwaukee X, is it? Something like that. Again, another person I met by playing and streaming Forza Horizon 4 and 5. But the same area, she lives with me. Oh, okay. She lives with me. There must be another line here somewhere. There it is. It's been a while, dude. It's been a while. If I was filling up to it, guys, I would have been doing the Daytona 6 hour on iRacing tomorrow. I mean, the guys may still ask me if I can do it. I might be able to do an hour at a push. Probably won't stream it though. They do want me to contribute. To be honest, as long as I can do minimum laps that are needed, I'm kind of suspecting the guys could do the rest. Trouble is, I'd hate it, you know, not being able to do the full driving stint of 2 hours. A little tiny blip of a line. I do. Since I'm already set up this way, what I'll do is I'll just reverse back like that. Get on that one. Put that down. Boosh. Now where I go. I'm now tied in to doing the headlands this way round. Because what I've learned is, by using the normal ploughing equipment, is that once you start, the tail goes out towards the outside, and that's it. That's the way you're kind of in doing the headlands until I'm now finished. Oh. Also, you guys donating towards the throne thing for the wife. She's now got a farm sim stick, so when she's up to doing a bit of farming, I'm sure she'll be on giving me a hand. I mean, she probably won't be able to do ploughing like I do, like this, but she'll be able to maybe do the cultivating or some grass cutting or something to help out, or maybe it's just some carting. She also does a bit of trucking as well. Hopefully we'll get her on a stream doing some trucking. I mean, she may only last a job or two, but you know, anything she can do is a bonus. Hold the line, caller. What's that other? Cultivating 1, 2. Oh, down to the farm down there. Okay. So where's this one? Where are you at the moment? Up here. Okay, so if the entrance is here, I just drop down to it. Okay. I'll get back on the plan in a minute, guys. If you did want to come on the farm and help me out, guys, the process for it is I would need to vet your name with the map maker because this map isn't out yet. It would need to be on PC. And yeah. Is that the right way? Turn left. I mean, somebody like, I don't know, say if Tav wanted to come in and help me, I wouldn't need to vet Tav because obviously Tav's already part of the, say, the team, as it were. From Cavalry Roy's volunteers of people that test maps for him. Fish. Get back to it. I mean, one of the good things with it, with this map is none of the contracts or anything lasts that long. You know, you can basically get it done within 20, 30 minutes, maybe. And that's for almost any contract. I mean, the only downside is, I say downside, it's not a downside in this respect that it takes a lot of work to gain a lot to get the money that I've got in the bank right now. Unless you've got projects that the farm has got themselves, like I've got a few fields now for money, so that's bonus money. I've got some greenhouses for bonus money, you know, that sort of thing. Otherwise, if you're just falling back on contracts, it can take a while to build up, unless you're doing a heck of a lot of wood transport contracts, which I am doing because I don't mind doing them. I mean, you know, this is probably the first time which I've spent any time on this game. I've not done one yet, but normally I would do probably 3 or 4 in a day and just do them if I wasn't streaming. You know, I would literally come on, wood, as many wood contracts I can get. And if I'm doing a single player, I would get a couple of AIs out. Because I can have a couple of helpers, so I'd get a couple of AIs out, whack them on other jobs. So I'm earning $5 per wood transport. They're earning a couple of grand each, doing whatever they're doing. And yeah, money mounts up. You know, within 10 minutes, I've earned 10 grand kind of a thing. Because it doesn't really cost that much to hire somebody. It really doesn't. I mean, I've heard people say, oh, but to hiring somebody, doesn't that cost a lot? No. Doesn't really cost that much. You know, on a field like this, probably costs a couple of £100. That's it. Hire them to do the whole field, probably costs like a couple of £100. Now, if you've got, say, I don't know, they're doing seeding or something like that, and you've got paying for everything, so you know you've got so you sort of got, you know, then replenishing the seeds as you go and repairing the tractor as you go. Yeah, it probably does cost a lot then. Oh, hello. But just to purely do the job, no, don't cost hardly a thing. And we now got Cool Kid on the radio, guys. So let's start at the bot. And you guys on Twitch can do exclamation SR dash request follow a Tartan artist. And maybe Cool Kid will get it on for you. You guys on YouTube, unfortunately, you guys they don't allow music, so never mind. That's not me, that's the rules. That's the rules. I did try a spell on the radio earlier. For some strange reason, my internet just went blip off, and then within like 2 minutes came back on again. But I already said to everybody, look, my internet's took a shit, I won't be doing anymore. And I had to cancel the last 50 odd minutes. I just thought I'd give it a little bit of time to settle down. I don't want it to back out that much. So, didn't quite come around like I wanted. This is about on the edge of where I can go as far as the length of plow as well. Any longer than this, and you need too much power for what I've sort of cut myself off at. So what I've basically done with this farm, guys, is I've gone, right, my maximum power is 350. So that's my max power. With a map like this, I think 350 is ample. You know, you don't want too big of equipment. I mean, you'd never get around the farm if you had too big of equipment. Hey, Grey Wiz, how you doing, mate? Hi, Matt. I run Moser R3. I know you guys have bigger Moser bases, but in iRacing, does your wheel get warm? Yes. Yes, it does. What I do is I've got a fan just here, and I basically point that straight at it. Should be fine. Basically, what's happening with your wheel, Grey Wiz, is direct drive is basically magnetism for your power. And basically what it is the magnets turning on, reacting with each other and getting warm. But it does create that feeling, that nice feeling of everything happening, and you be able to feel what's happening with the curbs and such. And that's why it gets warm. I mean, the blocks, some of the Moser motors that are in like little cubes, because they are in little cubes, just be aware of these. I think it's the side slats. I think the side slats of the ventilation. Just make sure they're not blocked or anything. But yeah, they do get warm. I think all the Moser equipment is basically the same. You know, it does get warm. So yeah, don't be frightened of it. Okay, sweet. I was worried that I had broken my... No. All the same, mate. All the same. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Miss Moon. She had a great stream last night on Mall Simulator. I was there for most of it, or part of it. As much as I could be there for, I was there for. Not at all, mate. Not at all. If you need any other help regarding Moser, give us a shout. I am a partner, and if anyone wants to use my link, if they're going directly to Moser to purchase it, there it is. You'll have to use the link on entry to the site, and yeah. If you do happen to purchase it, it gives me something like 3% thingamajiggy. But even if you could just use the link and go over and look at what they got, one of the things I am quite interested in at the moment is the new KS Pro wheel. It's a little out of my price range, but it does look a fucking nice wheel. Basically, the wheel that Mr. H and Tab got is the KS standard. That's a great wheel in itself, cheap budget, just a wheel rim for like Formula racing. But the KS Pro is just on next level. There we go. Not my field, so I don't care where I finish the contract to. There we go. Oh, it's on that side. You have to switch it that side, and then it'll go in transport mode. Right, will you go into transport mode now? Yeah, you will. Cool. Another ploughing contract. If I want to do it, I think I will stick the guy down there and do it because I'm out with it. Why not? Where am I? Oh, it's down near that. Okay. Where am I? I'm over here. Shit. Okay. Best way to get there is to come out onto the road and go around the 217. Guess your shit out, dude. There isn't any. So turn left, left again, out onto the main road and round. I can work till midnight because I'm the only person on. If there was anybody else on, like Quiet or Kev, we'd only be able to work till 6. And like Kev's just saying, guys, if you've got any Stream Lead cards for jobs like Cultivate or whatever, please make sure you look at the job list before playing them, or ask to see the job list before playing them. Otherwise, if I don't have said job, you've just done it for nothing. And guys, if you do want to buy some Stream Loops packs, there is a 30% code off in the pin post if you're spending more than €4. Lol, the Moser KS Wheel Pro is cheaper than the... Yeah, mate. £312. And then there's $776 shipping. So you basically call it $320. But a really nice looking Formula wheel. and literally has all the buttons and whistles and God knows what else that you're ever going to need in a wheelbase. Considering that, you know, I know people that have spent like a couple of £1,000 or £1,000 on a wheel rim. And don't get me wrong, they're really, really fucking nice. But, and, you know, if you can afford that, then, you know, GG's. But for somebody on a budget that's looking for a really nice Formula wheel, you couldn't go wrong with that. Really couldn't. No, I don't want to do that. Would you like to see the job list, Matt? Quiet would like to see the job list. Are you in a conversation with Quiet? So we have, don't worry about deadwood. We have some harvesting that we could do. There's quite a few actually that we could do. We've got some sewing maybe. Well, one sewing. That's the only one we could do probably. And I'm not sure we could do parsnips with the new one. And we could do some wood transport. Could definitely get Matt to do some deadwood. Why don't you kiss my ass, right? Let's take this back to farm. Yeah, it's now working, Mimi. It's now working. Shout outs for Cavalier nope, you're okay. Well, no, I'm not okay. I'm sick as a pig, but hopefully I'm getting there. Hopefully I'm getting there. Well, I say hopefully I'm getting there. My throat feels fucked at the moment. I'm about an hour off of a Beecham's. If you don't understand what Beecham's is, guys, it's fluid code stuff. Where's the way out? It's the way out that way? Yeah, the way it's this way. Fluid code like powders, and when you stir it in the water, it clings to your throat and makes you a little bit better. You sound fine. I feel like shit. This morning, it felt like I swallowed it. You know, back in your day, you know the old double-sided razors where you could buy proper razor blades? Felt like I swallowed a whole box of them this morning. He's going to tell me to fuck off in a minute. I can't reverse. I'm laughing too much. I need to go have a quick bio break as well. So we'll take this back to the farm. We'll have a quick bio break. And then, yeah. We're back to another hour of contracts. Wait, what the fuck? Back in my day? You crazy? You're older than me. I must have had a really, really nice paper round compared to you then, mate. You was a paper boy? Yeah, I've been a paper boy when I was younger. When I say papers, they were basically, like I said before, it was basically an advertisement rag and came with a load of leaflets. So you got a penny for the normal paper and yeah, it's dirty. You got a penny for the normal paper and a half a p for each leaflet. And every time you delivered a round, it was the normal rag plus about 8 fucking leaflets. So one of my rounds was over 200 papers, the other one was like 150. And that was just 1 day a week. But you had like, I think they gave you the papers on a Wednesday and you had till Saturday to deliver them. So yeah. Matt, there's fossils that look like I'm getting you. I was going to say something, but I need to be nice to you. I need to be nice to you. I'm not telling you why I need to be nice to him. He knows why I need to be nice to him. He's yet to give me a price or something. I'm just going to put this over here for a minute, guys, and then I'm going to go to the loop. Let's turn the lights off. Put all the lights. There we go. Right, I shall be back in 2 minutes, guys, after these sorts. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back. All right, let's get on the game screen. We're at 6 o'clock now, so let's go up and see how this dude's doing with the ploughing, and then we'll retrieve him, and then we'll spin the day on. All right, how we doing, dude? How we doing? What you doing? Okay, you're nearly there. Stu man, how you doing? Must have, yeah, circus mirror and must have been, yeah. Because I always think I'm better looking than everybody. I need to big myself up. I know I'm lying to myself, but fuck it, hey. Hey, I've got to big myself up. No fucker else does it. Yeah. Like I said, we're just going to let this dude do what he's doing. We're going to go back to the farm. I'll wash it, park it up, and then we'll skip the day. While he's doing his bit, though, I'll just update you on what's going on the farm. So looking at the fields, guys, we've put these 3 fields in together. These 2 fields went together the other day, and same with these 2. We also bought these, and these went together. I don't know why this strip's missing. I really don't. It's been there the whole time. I've not had a chance to farm this field yet. I bought it and left it. I've not had a chance to farm it yet, but as soon as I do, we'll knock the hedges out here and here and put them into one. Here, we've also bought this land and we flattened it and stuff, and we're going to put some more greenhouses in it when we can afford it. This field here, I'm in a bit of a predicament with this field. And what I want to do with it, and I don't know whether it's possible, but I want to do it anyways, is I know I'm going to be getting rid of the entrance out here. There's an entrance going out to the main road here. But what I'm going to do, I think, is plow it from this corner here, say where that hedge looks like it is, down to this kind of corner of 156. So plow it from there to there, and then plow that from there to there. And then this little laneway will just come to there, and that'll be the entrance to the field. I think that's what I'm going to do with it. I'm not sure yet. And make these 4 fields into one. Because next time these 3 get done, of course, I need to plow them all into one, and that'll make that easier. The only downside is I've just done this field, and as you can see, in maybe 2 months' time, this field will be ready. So we may have to wait until this field's ready to go. Well, I say ready to go, ready to be harvested again. And then we plow this edge in, and maybe just pick the stones up in that little corner and then 138. And then we can do the whole lot in one. It'll be a harsh corner kind of here. But it'll mean that, you know, for this bit, we won't need to come out and go in. And for this bit, we don't need to come out and go in. I was going to leave them with the hedges in, but like I say, after a conversation with Roy, he has said, you know, that's why the hedges are there to be chopped off and done. Because I want people to do stuff like put fields together and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. So I've decided to do it a couple of times. We've also bought this. This is just the bunker. As you guys know, I sold and got rid of my bunker in there, but I bought this one just because I might do something with it. It was $5,000. We may do something with it. When I say may do something with it, when we can afford, and I shall show you what we can afford. When we can afford, oh, we can almost afford that, and we don't have one. When we can afford one of these, we can just get one of these with the, I think it's chrome. Not that. I think it's a chrome one. There's a chrome do one that's a grass cutter. Going to chrome, in fact. But it works on all of them. This one. This one here. This is a grass cutter. And literally you get that, you get your forage harvester, and you can cut the grass and suck it up in one go. So it cuts and sucks at the same time. And throws it into your trailer. And then we might use the bunker to squat it down and make silage that way. I haven't decided yet, but we might do it that way. The downside is the cheapest one is like 500 grand. So yeah, that's the downside with that. Or another way we could do it is use the MacDon. Use the MacDon, get 25% extra yield. Don't cost too much. 135 for the machine. 48, so that's nearly, what's that? That's close to 200,000, just short of. And that gives you 25% extra yield. So that's another way we could do it. The 25% extra yield might come in useful. Simply because, when we, what we're trying to do is make money as fast as we can and pay back the loan with the bank. I mean, we're doing quite well with the loan for the bank. I think we're on like 910,000, something like that. So we're doing quite well with it. Uh-huh. So I'm just answering a message. Yeah, so that's the way I'm looking at it. It's a zero to hero playthrough. I say zero to hero playthrough. It wasn't quite zero to hero, was it? I mean, but if you look at it kind of logically, you actually start with, I don't know, what would you call it, Roy? Less than zero in logical terms? Well, I say less than zero. Yes, you start with 500,000 in hand, but you owe the bank $1 million. So you're basically 500,000 in the black, in the red, sorry, still. I hope you're going to get over your sickness soon. You don't look well today. Thank you. I don't feel terribly well. I feel as good as I have done in like 36 hours. So yeah. Like I say, I look as good. No, because you still have cash in your pocket. I know, Roy, but if you look at it in mathematical terms, even though you have 500k in your pocket, you still owe the bank $1 million, so you're still like 500k in debt. Although part of the rules is you got to spend 99% of it. I say, you don't have to spend 99% of it. So the rules I'm playing at the moment is, I mean, you can check out the rules if you're on PC. You can scroll down to the About section. The rules are in there. In fact, I haven't done this in a while. Let's show you the rules. I know Abby's getting this up. Where are they? Docs. There it is. So let's talk you through the rules. This is what I started off with, guys. So there was two different sorts of rules. I altered a couple of these rules before I started. I just want to make that clear. A couple of these rules I did slightly change to make it more fun for me. Because if it's too hard, then obviously I'm going to quit it. It won't work as a series. So yeah, I did keep a lot of the rules in. Just two things have changed mainly. So let's read them through. So start from scratch. So basically, you own nothing except the 500k in your pocket and the £1 million debt in the bank. This is one of the rules I changed. So his rules is you start with hard mode. Me, I've never done past easy. So I thought medium would be a nice change. Next time when we do one, we'll do hard, no problem. So 5 game speed, which are on 4 days a month. And yes, that is me. Yes, you can't change it. for more than 5 days, because obviously the timings just don't work. The way Roy wants you to do stuff, the timings of what you're doing just don't work. So it has to be 5 days. Sorry, 4 days and 5 times. So it has to be 4 days and 5 times. So there's like the timing period just doesn't work. Couple of base settings that you've got to make sure of. Periodic plowing stays on. Crop destruction on. Crop destruction on is new for me. That's new for me. So I kept that. Weeds plowing, flintstones just all remain on. Yeah. Disasters must remain on at all times. Trailer field limits. First time I played with trailer field limits, I've learned a lot in the in-game year or so that we've actually done. So basically, if you buy a trailer and it has an extension, don't get the extension. It's not worth it, because it will only fill up to the kind of fill limit with whatever you're putting in there. So even some of the things that you put in it still doesn't fill the trailer. It'll only fill up to a certain point, and that's it. AI refill limits remain off. I would do that anyway. It saves you money. And here's the rules of the gameplay. So you must purchase a farmyard with your starting 500 grand. There was several I could have chose on the map. Let's just move that over to one side a second. So there's several I could have chosen on the map. Sorry, where I am, there's one here. There's one over here, one up there. There's several I could have chosen. But the one I chose was this one. The one that I wanted to start off with, but I couldn't justify the starting fee, is this one here, 268,000. That's the one I wanted. But I had to compromise with the one down here. I think this one was like 100 and something thousand, but was pretty decently stocked with stuff. So, yeah. Let's get the rules back over. So that's one rule, and you've got to do that on the first day of your game. So as soon as you set everything up, as soon as you're ready to go, first thing you do is buy a farm. All buildings and storage facilities on said farm cannot be sold or deleted for the game year. Like you just see me do, what was it, a couple of weeks back, with the liquid fertilizer, the seed things, the silage bunker. I couldn't delete those off of my farm till August in game, but now we can do that. You're not permitted to pick up any collectibles. Just because they're shiny doesn't mean they're yours. I do believe that part of that rule as well that Roy hasn't put in is that if they're on your land, you can have them, I believe. No field flipping. I think that's fixed. That sticks itself. You can't buy a field to harvest and then sell it back to the bank. That's just it's just a no-no. You're only allowed the map mods. However, other mods must state giant software. So either DLCs or in the mod hub bundle. I believe it's the wooden tractor emblem on the mod pack. You can go into there, and they're all official mods from Giants. So those you're allowed to do. You're not permitted to borrow equipment from contracts. However, if you lease equipment, you can use it on the contracts, because there's another rule in a minute that says if I do lease anything, it must remain in my on my books for 1 year. In fact, the next rule down. 7, lease or purchase equipment must remain on your books for at least 1 year before you can cancel them or sell them. Please note anything. I've lost my place. Anything previously leased and now is now subject to the rule has been new. Therefore, you must keep it for a further year before you can sell it. So basically, if you've got the purchase to lease stuff in, I think this means, and you go from leasing to purchasing, it's got to stay with you for another year, even if you buy that same piece of equipment. Separating the lease period and the purchase period. You must start off with you start off with one helper, regardless of whether AI or normal. I'm in a position now I can have 3 helpers on the farm. There's only 2 other people with this map and the mods, which are Quiet and Kev. They both had to be vetted by Cavalier Roy. Like I say, anybody else wants to come on and help me, again, you'll have to go through the vetting process. If say, like I say, if Tav wanted to come on, he's already vetted, he's already in the team for the pre-release copies of Cavalier Roy's map. So yeah. Where was I? At midnight, regardless of what you're doing, it's tools down until 7 o'clock in the morning, except in MP where it's 6 o'clock, and then you sleep until 7. Wait, what? What did I do now? I was just saying that you've been vetted by Cavalier Roy to come and help me, and you have done once. You're not allowed to use Dev Console or anything like it. Nope, I don't. That's off. Buying land must be adjacent to your land, so any land bought. Let's just move this out of the way. So any land bought must be beside another piece of land. So I started with my farm here. So my adjacent fields were 146, 47, 49, these 2 here. And then you work out as you go. What he has said as a rule that if there are roads in between, absolutely fine. I would presume that the forest doesn't count. So literally I can go from 156 by this line if I wanted to. I'm not going to. Roads don't count. So now that I bought 149, 146 can be bought. Because I own these 3 can be bought, and you get the gist. So the next bit of land I can buy is the next one, the next bit across. So 33, 32, 30, 42, 43, 44. So I couldn't say buy 116 because it's a big field. Because it's not next to this field. You get the gist of that. Right then. Matsy rule, and this is not me, apparently. I asked Roy about this, is not me. Any rule changes cannot be changed to suit your needs. Any cheating rules or altered rules or loopholes will be automatic disqualification from the challenge, which is why I discussed it with Roy and I said, look, this is what I want to do. Are you okay with it? He went, yeah, and then boom. Rule that wasn't put in, I added to it because this was in the last time, and I was like, how comes this rule in? Roy went, yeah, I was meant to put it in. So this rule is I added it in, although I knew it was a rule. You must pay at least £5,000 or euros or whatever economic thing you're playing with to the bank every month, and that's what we've been doing. So challenge goes. This changed. I've changed this myself. I'm not sure whether this has made it harder or not, but I think it's made it slightly harder. So Roy's one is your main aim of your go to the end is to get out of debt from the bank and be 10 million clear. That's Roy's rules. My rules is, which is what I like to play, I have to be at least 1 million clear, but I have to own all the equipment from any contracts. So I have to be able to do any contract jobs that come up with equipment I own. Which means at some point, I've already seen it, I shall have to buy all the onion stuff. So I've already seen the contract come up. I think it's slightly harder because I think the money you pay out for the said equipment ends up being over 10 million. That's why I think it's slightly harder. And his last rule is any farm yards you buy have to have at least... Oh, was that the radio just going, love you, bye? Okay, it was in that song, good. Well, that was me then, fuck. Yeah, so yeah, each farmyard you own must have 1 animal pen with a minimum of 100 animals in, not including the horses. I've actually got 2. I've got more than 100 chickens and I've got 100 buffalo. So taken care of, and I've only got the 1 farmland and I don't intend to have any more. So there's the rules, guys. Let's get this dude back to the farm. Oh, he's back. I think Cool Kid's computer took a shit. What do you think? I think Cook's computer took a shit. Oh shit, I put that the wrong way. Well, like you did. My internet took the shit. My computer was fine. My internet took the shit. Oh, um, did I go the wrong way? Yeah, I did. Bollocks. Same difference? Well, yeah, okay. Right, let's head back to the farm and we'll sleep. There's cotton there as well. Cotton. There's a harvester. 700,000. Mm-hmm. I always have trouble doing cotton contracts. And the reason being is sometimes there's not even enough cotton in one field to spit out one bale. And that's the trouble I always have with cotton contracts. Oh, good. I think it's just sounds going again, mate. Yep, it's gone again. So let me take you in through the way I'm thinking about ploughing. So this is why I don't know if I want to do this, because it means I'd be chopping off this exit. I don't know whether I want to do it. Because basically the ploughed area would go, say, from about here, so just past where I ploughed on the right-hand side, just towards me a little bit. From there, straight across to where that tree is. Well, just to the right of the tree. This hedge will be gone on my right. The hedge to my left will be gone. And I want to plough from the edge of the field across to the edge of that field over there. So basically, the entrance to this field is basically where I'm standing now. To be honest, thinking about that, no, I'd be best to come straight across so I can get in this field still. Yeah. I'd be best to come straight across. I don't know whether I want to do it or not, but it was just an idea I had. To make that single field, or I just bite the bullet and put it in with the grass field. So if we look at the map, I've got grass field. I've got these 4 grass fields. The other way to do it is just keep these 3 and yeah, and just make this into a grass field. And maybe, maybe I could turn this one into a wheat field instead if this isn't going to be enough. I don't know yet. Don't know whether it's going to be enough or not. We shall know probably by this time, year 3. Make it in one field, grow carrots. You're going to come plow, or you're going to come harvest it all the time, Kev, are you? I'll happily make it carrots if you're going to come in and harvest it all the time, Dave. I'll cart, maybe. Look, I've done my share of hard harvesting jobs. Not on this map, but when when we used to do a community map that was on Vintage Oaks, there was a massive field near the south end of the map that we had sugar something in. And I started that on my own and was literally harvesting it for a day and a bit before I had any help. And I think the guys just felt sorry for me in the end, and then finally gave me some help. And then we literally finished it in like 2 hours. But before that, I was literally doing that field for 12 hours on my own. And that was with vintage harvesting stuff. But yeah. Oh shit, that's not a place down there. I gotta move the... I'm gonna have to move the thing out. So we got plenty of time to move stuff around, like I say, without anybody in with us. We've got till midnight. So we'll just go around and move that out of there. And then we'll part this thing up. Oh, I also, after the first year, I also sold the big house, put a slightly smaller one in, so I could fit the extra shed in. Also, if I did want to buy a car, to do some small carting, I could do that now. When I say small carting, say if I wanted to get the, oh, what do they call it? The Thunder trailer, just in case I need fuel out on the road. You know, I could pull that with a car, or a small trailer for stones. So yeah, I could do that. Let's put you there. Turn the lights off. There. Right. Time to slip the day. Did you just see that deer run into that bush? Where I just turned around and a deer just went donk and fucked off. Right, let's change it to 7 o'clock, which is when we can start work. Or poplars, no thank you. Right, the 3rd of December. What have we got left? About 12 minutes. Anything we can do in 12 minutes? We could do this little job here, that'll be alright. So we'll do this wood contract job. You guys have seen me do these before. Oh, hello. We have snow. Oh, this will be an interesting job then. Watch this. Break! I love the snow aesthetics. Not too bad on the roadlet. Yeah, slows down pretty good. But yeah, you get it on that and it's... This snow aesthetics, guys. Next time you get a update for Riverview, Maybow, or Prollard, yeah, that one, the Irish map that Roy brought in from 17. Yeah, next time you get them with an update, this snow aesthetic will be in there. Snow in Farmer Sim 25 as well as in real life. Yeah, boy. Riverview, not Drummond yet. Okay. I know you've done Riverview, Roy. I know you just did Mapo, didn't you? That's now in with Giants. I'm not sure whether you did Drummond with the snow yet. I kind of guessed that you kind of did. Yeah, Riverview is a work in progress. Okay. And basically, look how nice this looks with this snow on top of the bricks, on top of the walls, on the bushes. In very snowy areas, you also get the aesthetics of not being able to stop. So you got to take care of your braking. It is really cool. I mean, first time Roy came in, and I was in the middle of these fields, wasn't I? Trying to look for a field. And as I come up to the field entrance, I was going a little too quick. Hit the brakes and just slid right by. It's a lot of fun. So we'll just get this login contract done, guys, and that'll be the end of stream. I think for today, because my throat is starting to hurt when I'm yapping too much. And I really must have another Beechman's powder too. Luckily, it doesn't turn into ice yet. Very true. Very true. I got to take care here, because if the extension leg... this is what I've learned by doing these quite a lot. If the extension leg comes out past onto the road, the cars don't want to pass you. Should be right there. I always go onto the crane camera. I think this is the best one. And with the farm stick and a combination of the Icon City buttons, exclamation icon in chat, it's very easy. This is. How many have I got? How many have I got? Just 2. I did have a 5 bag the other day. But guys, don't forget to tune in tomorrow to either the Average Viking or Linda Racing for 6 hours of Daytona. I won't be racing probably. I've got the track now, but I've not got the oh, there's a 5-bagger. I've not got the stamina for a 2-hour stint. In fact, I don't think I've got the stamina for even an hour stint. We pat them down. Yeah, boy. And if you think that's if you think that 5-bagger was lucky, yeah, it was. You don't always get them. I've had them more times than enough, where you can pick up 5 at once. That should be enough for my first run, and then we'll come back for the rest. This is one of the reasons why I upgraded to the truck. A, it carries more, and B, the crane is a bit more robust than the trailer crane. Did that? Yeah, it did. Yeah, with the trailer crane, that can only pick up one, maybe two, even with the legs down to support. Whereas the truck can pick up 3 to 5 easily. Sometimes it struggles with 5 though. Oh, slow down, slow down. Don't really want the trailer. Yeah, some of the little areas that I have to get into with the truck really doesn't like the trailer. I mean, really doesn't like the trailer. I think what we'll do is 101,000 in a minute. We'll just stick some 2, 3 maybe. I think we can stick 3 more greenhouses in that other area. I think we'll do that before we leave stream. Oh, slow down. And then we'll just take some water over to them. And then that'll do. We'll see you about. I happen to know, I think I saw Nightmare Gaming on when I went to the loo. There's a good chance we might be raiding over to him, depending on what he's playing. Say depending on what he's playing. Sometimes he plays GTA 5. Sometimes you guys aren't into that. We should see when we're ready to raid over. We'll see what you guys think and where you want to go. Come on, at least give me 2. Give me 2. Give me 2. Yeah, boy. Somebody came in and watched me the other day and they went, your logging, it's very smooth. I'm like, that's just the equipment that I'm using and the fact that I'm used to what I'm using. Couldn't do it without it. Like I say, the farming stick from Thrustmaster and the Icon City buttons. I mean, you can do this just with the Icon City buttons. If you've got all the keybounds set up and you had all the buttons for it, you know, you don't need the farming stick to be able to use these. Oh, is that 3? I think that's 3. I'll do it, don't really matter. That's Pat. I've only got 1 more to go. I will work on getting a server set up in a week or 2 where we can do an MP challenge on Mapo. Mods will be limited to Giant Zone, as well as some mods that add what I feel important features that improve the game. Okay to join me? I'll stay on the phone for a little bit, mate, if you want to come on. I'm just going to end stream in a minute. If you want to come on the phone for a couple hours, you're fine. I'm gonna have to go feed the dog in a minute because she's coming to bother me and put the tea on for me and the wife. But yeah, on my way. No worries, dude. We earned a lot of money the other day offline. Quiet stayed on for like 6 hours, and me and Quiet put in a fucking hefty shift. What's for tea? Think she wants sausage, beans, and chips. Something really simple and really fucking easy for me to do. Oh, come on, car, get out of the way. Go on. Sausages are easy, air fried, 20 minutes. Chips are like 27 minutes, 28 minutes in the air fryer. And then beans are like 3 minutes in a microwave. So nice and easy. And then if Mrs. H is on later, I'll probably be full and watch Mrs. H and be hungry again. Oh, I'm not joking, guys. Mrs. Handy's kitchen, she can cook up a storm. And no matter how full I am watching that lady cook, I'm always hungry. I've not had an opportunity to taste her cooking, but the guys that have says it's just like going to a 5-star Michelin restaurant, and yeah, the tastes are off the chain. Right, let's take this back to the farm, guys. What did I say I was going to do? Oh yeah, put those greenhouses in and then put some water to them. And then, yeah, that'll do. Sure is. Yeah, Quiet's tasted it. Quiet's been to the house. Those Tav's been over there, Nightmare's been over there. You know that program with what's it, Ainsley Harriott, where he used to get people on, can't cook, won't cook. I think Mrs. Handy should do that sometimes with people that are visiting. No, the can't cook, won't cook. The guys that don't want to cook or can't cook, and just show them some really simple stuff that they could do at home. And, you know, get them into cooking, maybe. I think that would be really cool. Ready, steady, cook. Yeah, that was the other one, wasn't it? Green tomatoes or red peppers, was it? Something like that, anyway. And I think they had like a tenner they could spend on like some weird stuff that they wanted to get other guys to cook. And they were helped out by a chef. Right, let's put some greenhouses into this other bit of land that we bought, and then we'll put some water over there, and that'll be the end of stream. Where are we going? We're going over here. What is it? That way? That way. Excuse my building, guys. My building is very crude, to say the least. Literally, if you want stuff built better, don't fucking trust me to do it. I think we'll just stick 3 along the back. I think that's cool. About there. Want a bit of room up there, a bit of room, and there. No, not enough money. Okay, we're not got enough money for the third. Okay, we've just got 2 to do then. Right. Water. Oh shit, the lights are on for that. Right. Need a tractor, and we'll go and get some water, and yeah. We might have to cut the trips with the water, to be fair. Where's the JCB? The JCB is probably better equipped to do this. Over here, innit? So, Roy, that thing that you said actually works. So, to empty that in there, when we get on the grill, we actually got to deactivate the thing, and then we can put it in there and then switch it back on. So what you said about that actually fucking works. I was thinking about getting a steering wheel and a farm stick. I don't know whether to go Hori or Thrustmaster route. How much is the Hori farming kit? I know somebody that has used it that I trust to give an honest review. When I say honest review, I mean won't big it up for the sake of bigging it up. $299. And then how much you want to spend? Because it does include a wheel, pedals, a stick, which is fucking huge, by the way. This stick is, I mean, it's a little bit darker now, but the stick, I mean, the Thrustmaster stick is like that wide at the base. And the Hori base, I think the Hori base for the stick is like that wide. I know people that have it, but, you know, say it's a great bit of kit. Fuck, I need to go back. For 300 quid, you can't go that wrong for 300 quid. Can't really go wrong for 300 quid for a whole kit. You know, if you look at buying brand new for other stuff, you know, you're talking. Well, I bought the farm stick from Amazon is like £55, £58 at the moment. So even if you're thinking about getting something that's £240, for the sake of having all the buttons and stuff, you're not really going to find much in that price point. I mean, you're really not. I mean, to have the similar amount of buttons as the Hori kit's going to give you, you're going to want probably a Stream Deck. And even a 15-button one's like 200 quid or whatever it is, 180 quid. And then you price of your wheel. So for that price point, it's not bad. Now, if you're looking to do other things, other than farming, you've kind of set yourself down one go. If you know what I mean. So you might want to go a slightly different way. And spend out a little bit more money. So, yeah, you also want to do trucking. So maybe the Hori farming kit isn't the way. It's kind of the cheaper way, but it's maybe not the way if you want to do a bit of trucking as well. And it depends what you can buy a wheel for, too. Personally, if I only want to do trucking and farming and kind of money wasn't an object, wasn't a thing, this is the way I would go. I would get, for just trucking, just farming, the Moza R3 with a 2-pedal setup. You can buy it in a bundle. It gives you a 3nm direct drive wheel, which is really good. I've got the 5nm R5. And I know people that's got, oh yeah, you need that again. Yeah, I've got the 5nm one, but all you need is the 3nm one. And if you only want to, do farming and trucking, the 3nm one is all you're going to need. And if you don't want to play console with it, it's cheaper. So if you want to do, I think if you want to do console as well, it's like 300 quid, and if you want to not do console, it's like 220 or something. but then you've got a really solid wheelbase to kick yourself off with. Then, like I say, £55 for at the moment for the Thrustmaster Farm Stick, which with it, even with its problems, is still a great price. I'm not affiliated with Thrustmaster. I think it's a great product. There is a couple of things it could do with being updated, being more solid, and that is the twist can be a bit sensitive. I've turned the use of my twist off, so that you've got a twist function on the joystick. It can be a bit sensitive. Like I say, I've turned mine off. Also, the thumbstick that you look around with sometimes gets stick drift. But even with those problems, it's still a great bit of kit. Especially, like I say, it's on sale at the moment, £55. You can't moan at that. So the way the way I would go if I was just going to truck and a farm, Moser R3, Farm Sim Stick, and a Stream Deck XL, and that's all you need for trucking and farming. Get your buttons from Icon City for farming and trucking, and you don't need nothing else. You literally don't need nothing else. Yeah, have I just got hung up on that hedge I have? Bollocks. Ah. It's the opposite of the opposite, and you've got to do small changes because of the dolly. I find it easier with this long trailer than with a short base trailer, but it's I can just see I still catch it sometimes. Probably going to catch. Oh no, sorry. Good. This is probably going to take about 3 loads to do both of these full, and then we need to turn them on. Thanks for the info. Gave me something to think about. A cheaper way you could go for wheel, anyway. Cheaper way you could go for the wheel, is to, depending where you live, is either to go, and I wouldn't go less than this in these 2 lines. So either the Logitech G920, G29. The only problems me and a few others had with Logitech isn't the hardware. It's the software from Logitech. Occasionally, it just, I don't know, it doesn't give you force feedback. That's the problem I had with it. Every so often, the force feedback would just go, love you, bye, and that would be the end of it. Or the Thrustmaster T150. That's the lowest in Logitech and Thrustmaster I personally would go. Before that, see, there's basically no force feedback, although force feedback kind of isn't a thing with this game. It kind of is a thing if you want it to be with trucking. What you do want, or what I want within this game, is a wheel that's got kind of nice return spring. Because when I do tight turns, I just want, well, in this game especially, I just want to let go of the wheel and catch it again. So there's a way you could go on for a wheel, and I know in the UK at the moment, if you did go for a second-hand G29, G920, you could probably pick one up, even with a gear shifter, for about £100. And as long as the software behaves itself, it's a really nice bit of kit. I started with a G920. A few of the guys started off with G920s, G29s. They're basically the same wheel, except one's for PlayStation, one's for Xbox. And like I said, just a few of us had problems with the Logitech software. Some people don't have the problem, some people do have the problem. What I'm saying is, just, you may have the problem. I don't know, you may have the problem, you may not have the problem. You know, where it just goes, force feedback, bye-bye. But yeah, the lowest I go is, like to say, G920, G29 Logitech, or the T150 from Thrustmaster. and that's the lowest I go in each line of them. Wheels I could recommend from both lines is the G920, G29, G923 if you can get yourself over one of them, which is the G923 is the one with cogs, and it's got a belt assist because of Pro Force or True Force, whatever it is. I could highly recommend the T300 wheel from Thrustmaster. I had one of them, absolutely great wheel. Knew somebody had a T248. He kind of liked it. In fact, I don't know whether he still got it. I think Fizzy. Anybody know what Fizzy now runs? Fizzy used to have a T248, but that's not a bad price, though. £135. It's apparently a 3-nanometer wheel. Thrustmaster software is not too bad. Like I said, I had a T300 GTRS, and to be honest, the wife's got one. So I had one, still have it. What, T248? What's it like? There you go. Grey Wiz says it's a great wheel. For £135, it's a great wheel. It's a little, I mean, to look at it, on the pictures of it, it's a little plasticky for me. Second hand, but they guarantee it for like 12 months or something, don't they? Or 24 months. Something like that, dear. And they've got a really good second-hand sort of system. Any problems in that, whatever they give you, you can just contact them and send it back or take it into your local CAX. And they'd give you your money back. If they don't have a replacement. I've bought a few things off the CAX. They are very, very good. To be honest, same with... what's the other one? No, it's the other one I'm thinking of. It's not CX I'm thinking of, it's the other one I'm thinking of. Oh! No, it's CEX. Yeah, they do have online. They got this comes with 24 months guarantee or something. Gain? No, not gain. Cash converters, maybe. Yeah. That might be the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, cash converters, maybe the one I was thinking of. Might look at that, right? T248 would be a good one, mate. Really would. So you could get that for 135 at the moment on Amazon. The farm £655, whatever it is. So there's 190, and then get yourself a Stream Deck if you haven't already got one. Yeah, probably it's the way I'd go in your shoes. Damn it, I've done it again. I could use SimDash. SimDash is what I've got right in front of me. It has some controls on it for Farm Sim. I haven't worked out what they are. It's got stuff like lights on it and some other stuff that you can turn on and off. I don't know what they all do, if I'm totally honest. Like I said, it does control some parts, but not every part. I just had a fucking drink, Kev. Didn't you just see me drink? Jesus, man. I know I'm just about to finish stream, but you might turn the end of the stream into a pee stream. But let's put this water into the other one, and then we'll finish stream, and then, well, we'll start them up, and we'll finish stream. Right, while that's going across, let's start them up. That one maybe? No, not that one. That one. Lettuce is worth the most. That's why I do lettuce. There we go. That's the other one. Badoosh. Oh, and we're empty. Right then, guys. And on the T248, you can do most of the settings on the wheel, like force feedback, rotation, but you can get speed, RPMs on the little screen as well. Yeah, so there you go. So it's got slight advantages to the T300, even though they rate the T300 slightly better than the T248. But with that said, guys, I'm going to be raiding out. You guys on YouTube, thank you very much for popping by. Not sure when I'll be streaming next. It depends how I feel, to be fair. If I feel all right tomorrow, we'll stream tomorrow. If I don't, then I won't, kind of a deal. It's just going to be a bit hit and miss for the next week or so, guys, unfortunately, while I get over this absolute pain in the ass of the flu. But you guys on YouTube, thank you very much for popping by, and we'll see you again some other time. Love you, bye. You guys on Twitch, hang fire. We're going to